All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? New champion just came out, and that's why I'm, have these funny ears. And this champion is Ray, Scholar of House Aiko. This is a support, and she's very, very powerful when it comes to heals, according to what at least I understood. And I'm going to go through the things here on the patch note to try to make you understand as fast as possible what this champion is all about. And we're also going to be taking a look at the abilities, visuals, and etc. But for that, we'll do that after. I want to talk about pretty much her skins and everything first, her abilities here, and then we'll see the visuals of the abilities. Okay, so let's go here straight away. She is a support, as I said, 2,200 HP at base. Her main fire does 450 damage every 0.7 seconds. She throws like these orbs. I think she has around like 6 bullets, if I'm not mistaken. Then her right click, her alternative fire, she basically throws something that bounces between allies. It can even bounce between one person and you, and it will heal them. And if they are spirit linked, which is another ability we'll talk about in just a bit, but if they're linked together, Ray and the person that you are healing with this bouncing heal, this chain heal, they get healed for 30% more. So it's pretty good. They did not mention here exactly how much it is, but if I'm not mistaken, it was like 500 a heal, but this was, I think, with the link, so it should be roughly around like 400 something. Okay, so now on to her F, her movement ability, Envelope, and basically what it does, it basically grants you DR and speed. But not just that, if you're linked to an ally, they will also have the speed and the DR. The DR is not really DR as DR damage reduction, but it's not really damage reduction. What it does is it reduces all attacks. That imagine a bomb king throws a bomb, does like 850 or 900 damage or whatever it is. Instead of doing that, it does max 275. It lasts for 3 seconds. And again, for 3 seconds, you can make this person go, both you and the person that's linked, you both go really fast for 3 seconds, 40% more to be more precise, and you get this damage reduction nerf to the enemies. Okay, so it's pretty good. So if maybe an ulting Kanessa doing like almost 2,000 a shot tries to kill you, instead it will do 275 per shot. Okay, so that's that. Now the spirit link thing, I don't know if you guys remember, or for example, that ability that Torvald silences people and basically links you to this person. So this ability allows you to do sort of like the same, but what it does, it's heals and damages. It heals the allies and it damages the enemies. For the allies, it will heal them for 200 every second and also grant them 1% ultimate charge. I'm already imagining people doing this on the spawn, so that's going to be fun until they figure out that they have to shut that off, unless it's already done, so that's cool. And if it's done to an enemy, however, it will slow them down by 10%, and it'll deal 50 damage every 0.75 seconds. So basically, yeah, you can link it to whoever you want. It does have a range. If you go too far, it breaks, and it goes through the walls momentarily. Like what IO does. After you link it, it'll have like 1 to 2 seconds until you lose the sight of somebody. You imagine you start going behind a wall, but if you come back fast enough, it will not break. Either way, it has like a 1 second cooldown or something like that. There is a talent that changes this ability, but again, it doesn't really matter. We'll talk about that in just a second. If you guys remember, as I said, the alternative file, the chain heal, will heal more if the person you're bouncing on with the chain heal has the connection of the spirit link. As for the ultimate, here's the funny thing. I didn't hear this part, but apparently you grant immunity, damage immunity for 2 seconds to an ally. You have to be linked, according to what they said on the stream. It here only says if spirit linked to the target player, Ray will also be healed to full. But the thing is, in the stream they did mention that it has to be linked. So I'm guessing this is some like not updated. We'll see on PDS either way. But basically, it breaks, like, it gives immunity, damage immunity to a target, and it heals them to full after that. Like, really fast. Like, if you have to heal for 4,000, 5,000, it doesn't matter, it does it. So you could, like, save somebody a last second possible from dying. Like, for example, maybe a Yagrath. And I don't know how cauterizes will affect this. I think it will affect, but it does say it will heal them to full after brief delay. So I'm guessing not even cauterize can stop this. Again, it says here this, which means basically if you are linked, the spirit link to the ally that you're about to use the ultimate on, basically Ray will also be healed. So it's pretty damn good. Now let's go into the talents. Here's one of them that this doesn't really make a lot of sense because they said something different on the showcase. But let's go to the first one. The first one basically just increases the range which the chain little bounce heals will go to, so you can go it further, staying safe, staying way more safe. As for the second one, it says linking to an enemy with Spirit Link progressively slows the player over 3 seconds, and after 3 seconds the enemy is rooted for 1 second. Now, this makes a lot of sense, but the problem is on stream they said it was not that. In fact, what they said is that if you have this talent, and if you are Spirit Linked to an enemy, what is going to happen is that when you do the ability to move around faster and have the DR thingy, what it will do is instead it will completely deny healing to the enemy that is being linked to you. So it's like a mini dead zone from Willow. That's what it was said on the showcase. This is what it says on the patch notes. I'm guessing pretty much this is wrong. They probably couldn't have gone with this, so they changed it. Okay, now let's go into the third talent. Spirit Link's cooldown is increased to 6 seconds and only lasts 2 seconds, but the effects are triplet, whatever. It's 3 times. Now remember that the heals on the Spirit Link, it's it basically you'll heals for 200 every second, right? So if it's now supposed to do it will only last 2 seconds, but it will do 3 times that, so it means that it will heal for 600 every second. Over these 2 seconds, you'll heal for 1,200. So it's almost like a heal from Furia. On the stream, however, it was bugged and it was healing for 150. So don't be fooled. This is why I also wanted to come here, because I wanted to read this and explain to you how it actually is meant to work. Now, before we go into any other further thing, I want to talk about something. This is one of the skins that Ray has. As you can see here, she's also with Moji here, etc. I don't know who the hell that is. I actually got caught off guard here. I don't know what that is. I don't know who that is. Guess I gotta look into this in the future. But even so, what I did saw, however, is that there's a skin here. I think this is a skin teaser for Ray, for a future skin. Maybe she's going to be a little witch. This is an art of a card, though. Which brings me to this question, like, why would they make her like this? That her entire outfit is completely different. So I'm thinking this is indeed a skin. And it's pretty, it's good. It's cool that they are already teasing us here on the cards. But either way, I'm just gonna go really quick through the cards. The first one will reduce the cooldown of the chain heal for every time you hit people with your main attack, so you can make more heals faster. You can increase your max HP, your max ammo. You can be faster after getting kills. You can reduce the damage after basically healing people with the chain heals, and every time that it hits somebody, it will stack up the effect for 2 seconds, so you can get some DR by healing with the chain heals. After you take a lot of damage, you can also completely deny the cooldown of the next chain heal, so you can throw like maybe 2. This one will give you reload speed to each player to which the chain grant 50% reload speed for that time to each player to which chain heal bounces. So you can also like sort of buff them. You can be a buffer, you can give them reload speed. You can go, that's 50%, that's pretty damn good. You can also grant ultimate charge to each player all the way up to 2% for each bounce. As for Spirit Link, increase the healing Spirit Link provides every 1 second to your linked friend. So you can increase all the way to 100. I'm guessing if you do this together with the talent that it's up there, it will, instead of 200, will do 300. That's versus 3, that's 900, 1,800 over 2 seconds. I think this is it. If this is it, then it's going to be incredibly strong. But we'll see that on PDS. I'll try this out on PDS. Transfer 25% of damage if your Spirit Link target takes to you. What? transfer 25% of the damage your Spirit Link target takes to you while Spirit Link to another player. You take 90% of that damage. This breaks other. Okay, so basically it's like you are linked to an ally. That ally takes damage, but instead of taking the full damage, some of it's transferred to you. So it's like you both suffer, not just one. That's actually pretty damn cool. I like it. Linking to a new target reduces all your cooldowns. That's pretty damn good. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of combos we can do with this. Reduce the damage done by any enemy you are linked to with Spirit Link. Reduce the damage done by any enemy you are linked to with Spirit Link. Okay, so basically you can reduce the damage you take from that person you just linked into the enemy, obviously. Using Envelop reduces your linked friendly's target's cooldowns. So every time you use the little, running faster ability, you will be able to reduce all the cooldowns from your allies. That's pretty damn good. This character seems too broken, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Reduce the cooldown of Envelop to all the way to 1.5 seconds. Heal when you use Envelop. That's pretty good. Increase the maximum amount of damage mitigated by Envelop to 35%. So you can even make it stronger when it comes to the DR. Now, here's the thing. Okay, now I'm reading this. Okay, I think I probably understood it wrong on the stream. This could be Sky here in the back. You guys can see here. It doesn't look like her, but I think that it should be a summer skin for Sky, sorry. But basically this skin here will be with the season pass, okay? And you will only be able to get it from the season pass. This will be a secondary skin, the recolor, basically, and you can get it for 60,000 gold, 300 crystals, or with the season pass. And this is the golden skin. Now, here's the thing. The golden skin seems a little bit faded. I'm thinking this is going to be a little bit more yellow, so I'm going to wait for it to be in-game. Here's the emotes as well. You got this one, which is the default one. She's kind of dancing. Then we got this one here, where she's just, like, jumping around, all happy and clapping. This is her default MVP pose. This is her secondary MVP pose that will be only available. This here and this will only be available through the season pass, so you better get it through that. Okay, now that's all which is on the patch notes. If I keep going, it will be other stuff. We'll talk about that later, but I do have some stuff here. I want to show you the visuals basically of what some of her abilities look like. First of all, you should have here, let me see if the sound is off. Apparently it is off for some reason. Or no, it's not off. It's just in a different spot. I'm gonna try to switch it down here. There.
But to make sure that she uses the
yeah, I'm gonna have to actually reduce the audio here a bit because unfortunately, back at this time on the stream, the sound was pretty meh. I don't know what happened. So she's going to attack here, I think. Oh, they already showed her in third person. When she walks, she basically hops. She's hopping around like a rabbit, which is very, very cool. If we go forward, we're going to be able to see her attacking.
Ray.
I do want to give a shout out in the first look of making her.
That's what I will. Which essentially.
There it is. So she has 6 bullets, as I was saying. Oh, and also she has different reloads. It will just be basically random, I think.
Another one of our fantastic designers.
Looks really cool. She doesn't have any weapons, so you're not going to be able to have different hands with the skin. Whatever skin you're using is whatever hands you'll have. Okay, we can keep going. You see this little... Okay, so now this is when I want to stop. You saw this little little flower on top, right? This is basically an indicator to who you can soul link to. So you can soul link to an ally or an enemy. The same thing will appear on top of the enemy, and then you'll just press the ability and it links. After you link, it will do something like this. So as you can see here, it's a little flower. It has like a link. It will always be done like that, and you can just proceed to do whatever you're doing with the other, abilities and attacks and etc. As you can see, when it's linked, the flower will be different. If you gain, like this is for the enemy, how's it's going to look on the enemy? And if you here, this is where they're going to show this. If you go behind a wall, it goes like this, warning you that it will break. So there you go. After it breaks, you gotta redo it again. But it's like 1 second, apparently, to what at least I heard there. As for the bouncing heals, I think they showed it here. Yeah, so this is the bouncing heals here.
Spirit Link later, but essentially Spirit Linked allies will be healed more.
As you can see, it's pretty much almost like the Grok bounces, but it heals. Pretty simple, right? I'm assuming that it will also give priority to low HP targets because they damaged this Fernando here. And instead of going for that Fernando, it only went to Fernando and back to Ray. So, yeah. Okay, after this, I wanted to see the movement ability here. Should be here. Okay, so here it is. It has this little bar, okay, to let you know the duration. There it is. And you can see the damage that she's taking, it's a lot less. Basically, symbols, every single shot will be max 275, if I'm not mistaken on the number. And you have also speed. And you can also grant it to the allies. As you can see here, the allies being, like, it was affected. It had a little symbol in there.
And then we can also now move on.
And we can see how much she's healing for. That's pretty great. Okay, so it's 500 without the link, and with the link, the bounce will heal for more. 650. This is pretty good. Probably Cauterize is going to be shutting it down, especially because Cauterize got buffed. So now I wanted to show the ultimate. The ultimate, it basically, as you can see there, it made him immortal for 2 seconds, and then it basically just healed him to the fullest. In the end, they also show you basically Ray doing the exact same thing. She's using the ultimate, and then she gets healed to the max. Here it is. She's now going to use a Fernando here, and she's going to use the ultimate, and look at her HP, and boom. Max HP. There you go. This is her weapon reload. Now the sound.
You have served your purpose, Cassie. Now be gone.
Yeah, be gone.
Leave this realm.
Rampage. Hit an F in the chat.
Oh, we got
for
one more.
Our camera.
Good luck, everyone. Let's have some fun. You're amazing. You should join House Psycho. Top of my class. Thank you. Chase the enemy. Spread out. Retreat. Help. Help. Group up. Clearly, none of you have ever been near a library.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie. For as much as I love her kid, she seems pretty powerful. Her voice lines just seem pretty standard. I mean, there's a couple of references to House Aiko and how she's smart. Okay, sure, but I mean, beyond that, I don't really see much more interesting. Like, I can tell you that IO's voice lines seem to have even more a little of a personality when she speaks than actually Ray. But either way, I also want to see if the summer skin has different voice lines. They did end up showing the skin in game here. As you can see here, I'm gonna play it here. I'm gonna take it with the sound so you can see how it looks like. But I don't think there's a lot of changes. Just like a visual, like a recolor almost in a certain way. She bounces around exactly the same. Her ears and her hair and her bunny tail now all are blue instead of what it was before. And she has some sunglasses and some nice suit to go to the beach. But I don't think they ended up showing voice lines. This is the recolor and finally the gold skin. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Let me know what you guys think about this character. Do you think that it's also broken like I do? Or maybe I'm just exaggerating? You guys think that this here is going to be a skin? Because if it is, it looks damn nice. It looks like it reminded me of the Bewitched skin, honestly. Which looks pretty damn nice. And what kind of loadouts you guys would try to do? Based on the information here. I want to see some of the, like, this time, before I go into PDS, I want you guys to get around all together on the comment section and actually try to come up with good loadouts and want to see the synergy of how we can actually make it work. And then I'll test them out on PDS, all right, as soon as it opens. If you're wondering when PDS is coming, I'm assuming it should be Saturday because usually that's how it is. But either way, this is pretty much what I have to show you for Ray. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about Ray in the comment section again. And stay safe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.